Hey guys, it's Amy.
And Jess.
And welcome back to Once Upon an Upside. All right, so now we are going to cover the movie Touched by Romance. This is a 2014 production, so we're going back 6 years here. And this, of course, starred the, crazy famous Doris Roberts, who has since passed away since this movie was originally made. I could not find this movie being released anywhere, so I believe this is the first time it's actually been picked up on Up, because I couldn't find it anywhere else. It may have aired in Canada somewhere, but I couldn't find like a specific, wasn't on Netflix or anything. So yeah, but this one is exclusively streaming as well on Up Faith and Family, which is Up TV's streaming service, in case anyone wants to go watch it and didn't get a chance to watch it when it came out. These other movies normally, just for side note, you can normally find them on Pixel, or if you have you can go back in your recordings. Like I know on Friendly you can do that. Just depends. But yes, this movie, Touched by Romance, stars Emma. So Emma finds a job as an in-home nurse for someone who happened to be a famous author named Norma. Norma is quite the difficult patient, and Emma learns from Dr. Beck, which is Norma's full-time doctor, that she didn't know all of Norma's full medical history. So Emma signs a DNR, not DNR,
D&D, do not disclose?
Yeah, there we go.
Do not resuscitate.
Yeah.
I was like, bad oath for a nurse going to help this woman.
I'm like, that's the wrong one. But so she signs this contract. She's going to keep it a secret from Norma's son, Justin, from her cook, Maria, and from, I believe he was the groundskeeper, Henry. And so she's trying to help Norma in the best way possible, even though Norma's a little bit of a difficult patient, as well as trying to keep that secret at the same time. So, Jess, what were your thoughts of this movie?
I was intrigued with this movie for about 10 to 15 minutes, and then I just thought this movie went downhill really fast. I was confused for half of it. Nothing in this movie made sense to me. Like, it felt like it didn't even know what it wanted to be. Was it trying to be a drama, a comedy, or a romance? I don't know, because this movie just did not work for me. Nothing made sense. Everything was weird.
So this movie, and I was going to ask you about this, it wasn't really like the traditional like romance you kind of expect from these channels, because if I remember correctly, there wasn't even a kiss in this movie.
No, there wasn't. But he did ask her to come away with him after like 3 brief times they've talked together.
Yeah. He's like, go away with me to Italy. But it didn't, it didn't have that romance feel as much. Like there was a little bit, but not enough. And then there was like, well, there's this whole, like you said, the whole dramatic thing about her being ill and everything, and not telling. For some reason, she didn't want to tell the 3 other people that lived in the house.
Right.
I was like, that's confusing. And then the author thing and the whole backstory about her husband dying in the car accident, and it was just a lot, and it was trying to be too much, like you said. I think it was too much. And then finally she gets so angry at Emma for breaking the contract and finally telling her son, like, hey, your mom's dying, don't leave. Which I don't think was I don't know what, the whole contract thing, I was like, come on, really?
Well, I was kind of surprised that Emma, that's her name, right? Yeah. Emma, the nurse, was so quick to just let that information go. He didn't even try to pry it out of her. I'm like, yeah, this is her oath, and I would have liked to seen her, like, I can't tell you, like, because she had that conversation with Maria, like, I can't tell you. I'm like, that conversation should have happened with Justin to create more conflict for them, and that would have helped develop their relationship, not with Maria as much. So it was just, like I said, I felt like there was a lot of odd choices in the story.
Yeah, it was definitely a different one, to say the least. I do think it was sweet, and I think they were trying to get more in that romance aspect after the main character after Norma passes away, and she like leaves in her will, like, hey, the south of Italy or whatever looks really good this time of year, like trying to be all like matchmaker after she passed away. I was like, why? It would have been a cool aspect if she would have tried to be matchmaker when she was still alive. It was a little.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, that would have worked too. But yeah, I thought the ending was actually, yeah, it was a little sweeter. But let's talk about, for starters, when she found her in the bed when she had died, and she did. I mean, I know like when someone dies, you can kind of tell they look dead, but she's a nurse. Like, wouldn't she go feel for a pulse?
Yes.
She just looks at her and sat down on the bed. I was like, what is happening?
And the book dramatically falls from her hand onto the floor, and I'm like, you're not gonna check her pulse. You're not gonna like try to wake her up. Like, you said her name 4 times. It was just like, nope, she's dead.
Like, I don't have to go look at her vitals or anything. You know,
like,
like okay.
I'm like, I thought you're her nurse.
I don't want you in for my home care anytime soon. Just gonna, maybe I just stop breathing for 5 seconds. I don't know.
She just declares anyone dead who looks slightly.
She's dead. I just know. Okay, I'm just like a human that can see this from afar.
Yeah. So what did you think about them standing on the rock, throwing the ashes at the rock?
It was kind of weird, I guess, but it was nice, I guess.
Yeah, I was a little confused because I'm like, if she's like this decorated, famous author, why wasn't there more people? But I was a little confused.
Yeah.
There wasn't.
Maybe they just made it some kind of private thing.
Private only, yeah. It was just, you know, it was different. It was different. So
yeah.
How do you feel about this other element focus, like the romance? Like, if we saw movies like this, how do you think they could do better?
For specifically the romance aspect?
Or just like, if they're not going to focus on the romance as much and they're going to try to draw us in, what could they do better?
I think just for me, it just kind of felt like it was a pull between a drama and a comedy, and I felt like they needed to decide what they wanted to be, because they would have these like really intense moments, and then all of a sudden like it would be something that just felt a little exaggerated, which can work, which I think we'll see when we talk about the next movie. That can work, but you have to kind of go one way, and I felt like it couldn't decide whether they wanted her to be this cantankerous, funny old lady who just wants to insult people for no really good reason, or if they wanted to be more of a compelling drama.
Yeah.
So
yeah, because I remember one of the funny scenes that I do believe was when she heard noises and she'd been there for like a day, and she just runs into the kitchen with a knife. Yeah. She just grabs a knife and is like gonna attack the son. Like, that was fun, really. She was trying to protect, I don't know, herself.
And we haven't talked about the fact that the son is Sam Page, who's well known for Hallmarkies.
Oh yeah, Sam Page is lovely man. Beautiful. So,
nice to see a familiar face.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe this was one of his first like jobs, kind of like this, because this was made in 2014. But yeah, Sam Page, very cute, very cute. I enjoy seeing him.
He needed more screen time than he got.
Yeah, that's true. I felt like there were things just missing, because it took me a while to figure out that Maria and Henry were actually together.
Yeah, they didn't really act like a married couple, except for like that one scene where he like comforts her, I think.
Yeah. And I'm like, and they're in a bedroom together, and I'm like, wait, are they together? I was confused, because at first I was like, wait, I thought Sam Page was in this movie. I thought she was going to go for the groundskeeper. Like, that was my first, like, for the first couple scenes, I was like, wait, but I thought Sam Page was in this movie.
Yeah, she actually had quite a bit of chemistry with the groundskeeper in the beginning. It was confusing. It almost felt like the groundskeeper just needed to not be a thing.
I don't know, but yeah, this movie was strange.
It was very strange.
If I had to give it some balloons, I'm gonna give it 3 balloons. I'm being a little generous. What do you think, Jess?
I was pretty similar. I gave it 2.5.
2.5. All right. So not our favorite with the balloons, but hey, you know, Touched by Romance, not our favorite. Maybe the next one will be better. Let's see. All right. So, Jess, where can the people of the interwebs find you?
You can find me at Jess BSW blog on Instagram and on Twitter, or you can check out my website, beneathstillwaters.com.
Awesome. You can find me on YouTube, Instagram, and Twitter at It's Amy Craig. And of course, you can find Once Upon an Upside on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. It's OUA Upside. OnceUponAnUPside, everywhere on social media. And then you can find the Hallmarkies podcast at HallmarkiesPod, Twitter, Instagram, wherever podcasts are found. On YouTube, we have merch, different inspired merch from different Hallmark things. We don't have any up-related merch just yet. And there's also the Patreon. So if you want to go and support us, it really helps out. You can go over to patreon.com/Hallmarkies, and that would be so helpful, and we really appreciate anyone who gives us that support. But thank you so much for watching. Let us know what you think about the new Upside. Comment about Jess and how wonderful she is.
Please do.
Like, please do. Boost us, please. Anyways, thank you so much for watching or listening, and we will talk to you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Bye.